Hello, everyone. Thank you for introduction. Yeah, my name is Leon. I'm a founder and the creative director of the company LKDN. And today I will talk about architecture and AI, and especially about how AI can be a co-creator in our creation process. So I would say before I'll jump into AI, I will talk a little bit about myself. I have about 16 years experience in architecture. I also teach quite often in universities, and not only in universities. I work in 12 different companies, exhibited in different parts of the world, quite a few times. But my journey actually started from Architecture Association in London. And that's actually affected a lot my career, my way of thinking about architecture and design. And this is like, I think I carry kind of heritage of this experimental and innovative school. And from this school, actually, a lot of famous names came out, like Zaha Hadid is one of them, Richard Rogers, and I worked with some of them directly. I had the privilege to work with Zaha Hadid before for quite a few years, with Ben van Berkel from UN Studio. And this is just some of the examples of architecture that I did before. So as you can see, it was never traditional architecture. It was really, really kind of like a cutting edge architecture, having a lot of kind of experimental approach to it. So this is actually project in Algeria for a presidential administration. So as you can see, there was a lot of research put into place, a lot of experiments, a lot of computation, digital fabrication, and so on. So it's like a really, really heavily experimental, but also a highly sophisticated project. Uh, Here you can see just some of the projects that I did, and all of them are built. You can see some of them are maybe, if you're familiar with Hongqiao Soho, when you approach to Hongqiao Airport, one of these projects also I worked on it. So actually I worked on a lot of different variety of projects. It was architecture, master plans, product designs, interior designs, and way beyond even architecture. I worked even with fashion designers, with jewelry designers, with artists, and so on. So actually, my range of work goes well beyond architecture. And you can see, like, it's really like I was never into traditional architecture. I was always exploring different computational techniques, programming, digital fabrication. So yeah, it was never like for me something like normal architecture. But after that, after computation and all this digital fabrication, I started really being interested in AI and how AI can help us to design architecture in a more efficient way. So yeah, and AI really changed my mindset, and I would say AI technology is really like a new type of mindset. Like for example, I did this kind of diagram to show how our design evolution or design relationship with tools happening. So before it was like a more top-down control with design tools, then we're trying also to top-down AI controlling, but actually eventually it will be a collaboration between AI and humans. And this is like one of the examples how we use AI currently. We train our own AI models on different architectural typologies. For example, like a typology of museum, typology of public space, typology of luxury, kind of VIP lounge, and so on. So it's really like apart from training models to specific architectural typologies, we're also training them on our own design language, our own design philosophy. And this is like just some of the examples how we use our AI models to produce the architecture that is really kind of expressing our philosophy, expressing our language of the studio. Yeah, and we don't only like produce and create images from scratch. We started recently exploring how we can, because there's always problem with AI, how to achieve consistency. And we started exploring the way, also researching how we can achieve consistency between, for example, plans, sections, elevations, or overall perspective design. So right now we're kind of testing different workflows, how to achieve a consistent project from start to end using AI rather than creating just pretty images with AI of architecture or design. So yeah, and as I said, like we're exploring a lot of different training models, but also we're training AI how to produce not only big parts of architecture, but also small parts of architecture, like details of interiors, details of furniture. So all of this is all created with AI by our team. So nothing of this is like photography or anything like that. And also we test different workflows, different interfaces. Like this one shows actually how we use AI to produce multiple variations based on just one input. And we could achieve so many different options for clients. And yeah, different color variations and so on. And after that, I realized since we are doing so much AI, we really can share with other people our knowledge. And eventually we created a kind of startup AI school where we can teach creatives how they can leverage the power of AI in their work. So thank you very much. Feel free to connect.